So just tell me a little bit, if you can, about how you got into steampunk and how people source their own costumes.
Just with stocks blowing off, fine.
Yeah, go on.
No. How did I get to steampunk? I believe it was at Whitby Goth Weekend around the mid 2000s, 2009. My partner used to go in Victorian dress, the Gothic style. I decided to go as Blade because of the vampire link with
Yes.
Bram Stoker,
Yeah.
Blade being a vampire. And then I met a lady who decided to enlighten me in the ways of the steampunk, and then I've drifted onto steampunk, which is what I'm now currently doing.
Yeah.
When I'm at Whitby, I do Blade. When I'm at Haworth and Hebden Bridge, I do steampunk events.
Excellent. And in terms of your costume, do you source it or do you find it in shops, or how do you do it?
I'm wearing new rock boots today, some joggers, just boring new rocks. But everything you see I've got on, I believe, is off Amazon.
Really? Okay.
Everything's Amazon. Shirt, cravat, jacket.
So they cater for the whole lot. Yeah.
You can get it. Or eBay's better. But if you've got a seamstress or no seamstress, you can get curtains can be turned into stuff because the material's quite heavy.
Because it is, isn't it? It's like thick. Yeah.
It's quite thick. Some of
Okay.
them are thicker. But no, it's to start out. You can just go to a second-hand shop, buy a top hat, get some goggles.
What is the thing with goggles? Lots of men have got goggles on their hats.
It's to do with explorers, exhibitions, train drivers, flying machines, steam engines, engineers.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
all to do with
Now that makes
the
sense.
goggles is all linked to that side of it. But as I said, it's a throwback to the Victorian Edwardian age.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of things steam engines were invented in the Victorian age.
Yeah.
A lot of big things were done, bridges, the Forth Bridge, and etc.
Yeah.
Exploring different continents, climbing up mountains with the goggles.
And I've seen some guys in pith helmets.
That again is all to do with. I need to get the Victorian era.
Yes. Yeah.
The Victorian era.
Excellent. Oh, and if you had one thing to say to people who might be considering this,
Come to an event. You don't have to dress up and just ask questions,
great.
just like you're doing.
Absolutely.
If you ask questions, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But you can come to the event
And just enjoy it for what it
and
is.
then ask questions. Where do you get your stuff from? Like you just asked me.
Excellent.
And
No,
that's as simple as
I'm
that.
getting very tempted. Thank you very
Like
much
I said,
indeed.
you're in your shorts.
I am.